My girlfriend says she's depressed, but I just think she's lazy. I'm so supportive of her mental health. Am I the a-hole? So supportive.
So supportive.
I, 29, male, have always supported my girlfriend, 23, female.
Sounds like it.
We have been together for 4 years now and lived together for 1. She has always had anxiety as well as depression, where some months are worse than others. I have supported her through all of this and understand that it's very hard for her. In January, she lost her job due to the current world circumstances. By March, she hit a low point with not eating as much, crying, and irritability, typical traits of depression. I have comforted her as much as possible.
What have you done? List it out.
I have comforted her as much as possible and taken care of everything, whatever that means.
The glazing.
However, at the beginning of June, I was allowed back to work, and since the house has fallen to shambles, I am too tired by the time I come home to do anything, even cook. Most nights we order takeout, and on the rare occasion, she makes food. The floors aren't being washed. Hovering, vacuuming, I'm assuming, isn't being done. Laundry is a mountain, and dishes are everywhere.
Oh my God.
I try to keep on top of it, but with work, it's almost impossible. She is home all day. She lies in bed till late in the afternoon, watches Netflix, eats a bowl of cereal, and naps. That's about it.
She's definitely depressed.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, that's like all the signs of depression. If you're watching Netflix, you're depressed.
Fair enough. I've gently tried to coax her to do more, and she says that she will, but never does. I finally snapped and told her I was sick of her doing nothing all day and leaving the housework to me. That if she is here and I am working, she needs to be pulling her weight. She got upset and that she wants to do more, but she can never find the motivation and that she's tired all the time. I said I understood she was depressed, but it is an excuse to do nothing and be lazy. No one likes housework, but I won't take any more excuses about it. She needs to start doing it or leave.
OP's asking like basically her to stop being depressed.
Yeah, it's like, could you just stop?
Stop being depressed at work.
Could you just take your emotions and just turn them off?
Box.
Like, could you just do
like
that?
Like a light switch, just go flick.
The next day, I come home to a clean house and a note from her saying that she's sorry and is going to be staying with her mother. Her mom helped her clean before they left. I tried calling, but she won't pick up. When I rang her house, her mother answered and had a lot to say. She was furious, telling me about how she is struggling and that I am making her worse. That I should be supporting her, not ignoring that she is in a bad place, and so on. I told her my girlfriend had been crying all day in her bedroom and I feel awful. I never wanted to hurt her. I just snapped. I tried to get her mother to get my girlfriend on the phone, but she wouldn't speak to me. It felt like a lose-lose situation. On one hand, I know depression results in a lack of motivation and cleanliness.
I feel like OP just like WebMD'd depression.
And on the other hand, I can't stand to see our home in such chaos. I have never had depression, so I can't say for sure how bad it truly is. That's why I find it more difficult to 100% empathize. Am I the a-hole for telling her depression isn't an excuse?
Like OP, obviously, it shows that he's never been depressed and has never experienced that and just doesn't understand, right? Which is like not necessarily his fault, but like you can just see that he's ignorant of how to deal with this.
Yeah. First, I think he really needs to be like, okay, I don't understand. So let me try to figure out like the easiest solution. Let's talk to a therapist. Let's get you with someone who actually like is a trained professional in this. Just taking that first step alone could actually get the result he wanted without him even having to ask for, hey, could you help around the house more, like contribute more to the household?
And, also maybe him going to therapy too. Because like he's 100%. Obviously not very well equipped to have a relationship with a depressed person. Maybe it would help to have an explanation from a professional of how he can navigate this situation too. And I think actually that brings up a good question. I imagine a lot of people in the audience have had experiences with depression. Like, what is the best way for you to receive help from a friend or a significant other when you're experiencing depression?
I love the beautiful sweet turn that this not one glazed penis joke in sight.
But we're about to get
into another story.
Let me tell you. I made sure my friend wouldn't be at my party because I knew she'd ruin it. Now she won't speak to me. Am I the a-hole?
You're terrible and I hate you, but why do we have to end this friendship?
Yeah. Just suck it up and still be my friend.
Just let me hate you, but as friends.
I will hate you, but please still love me.
Appreciate me.
I, 29 female, started a small online book club for book lovers in my city about a year ago. I know it sounds a little nerdy, but it's not like that. It's so cool and jockey. We're all just some girls who like to read and share our thoughts, especially on historical fiction. Well, I've been seeing a lot of those book balls on TikTok recently where people throw huge parties where everyone dresses up extravagantly in ball gowns and those intricate masks and parasols and whatnot, and thought it looked super fun, only there weren't any being held anywhere near me, so I decided to hold an intimate one with the girls from my book club.
I need some intimate big old balls. Yeah.
Oh yeah. There are about a dozen of us, and we've met up multiple times, so we're all good friends. One of the girls is a close friend of mine. I'll call her Sam, 29 female.
Sam, you have something you want to tell us?
I'm transitioning into a book talker.
You're getting rid of your book balls?
I'm getting rid of my book balls.
Damn it.
For some book sheets.
Ooh.
She does not like to dress up at all. She's always in sweats and athletic clothes, never does her makeup or hair, just doesn't really care about her appearance in any formal events. I remember she skipped our prom and wore jeans to her ceremony, which is fine. She's a beautiful girl, but I didn't want that at my ball, so I didn't invite her.
Interesting.
If you're not going to play by my ball rules, get out. I sent out beautiful invites that I spent a good chunk of money for, rented out a small hall that fit my budget, catered, and only asked my friends to pitch in about $20 each to cover some costs. Everyone bought a beautiful, extravagant gown and accessories, and I got even more excited. Eventually, word made it to Sam, and she asked me about the event. She asked if I was really hosting an event for the book club and not inviting her. And after hesitating, I said yes, only because I knew she would never wear a ball gown or put effort into looking good. She said she was upset that I wouldn't want her there, even if she wore regular clothes, and told her that it's not fair, that I put in all this effort for a beautiful event where everyone can be a little extra for one day, and I didn't want her to ruin the aesthetic. She hasn't spoken to me since then, and the ball was 2 days ago. It was a success, by the way. Everyone looked amazing. So am I the asshole for not inviting her because she would ruin the event?
Ruin? I think it would be fine to send her an invite and be like, hey, just so you know, this is a black tie event. Like, women wear cocktail dresses, men wear tuxedos, blah, 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 blah. So it's like, all right, you've set the expectation. If that person is like, oh, well, I don't want to do this.
And it sounds like she's part of your book club. It's like you've noticed that she just doesn't dress up for things, but maybe if you explicitly asked, she would.
Right? You don't know if she'd be like, oh my gosh, like, you know what? I'm so excited. I'm going to go all out.
Although it does seem like in the story, the friend says she said she was upset that I wouldn't want her there even if she wore her regular clothes. So it sounds like the friend is like, I can't believe you wouldn't invite me just because I wouldn't wear a ball gown.
Right.
In this case, it sounds like the friend is saying, I wouldn't wear the ball gown, but I'm still upset you wouldn't invite me just because I wouldn't wear it. Like, it sounds like OP was right that the friend wouldn't wear the ball gown.
Right.
This is a ball gown only event. Yeah, that's an a-hole move.
Maybe it isn't everyone's a-hole.
I think everyone's the a-hole here.
Yeah.
But I want to know what everyone else thinks.
Yes, 100%.
And have you ever done like a themed party and one friend was just like, no, thank you?
And how much you love book balls?
Let us know in the comments. What I do want to know is, what is the best theme party you've ever thrown?
Yes. Or just been to, period.
I threw a poetry party.
Yeah. I was there. Yes, it was great.
It was so fun.
Sophia, actually, as many of you now know, had a great poem about Sam. She made some great analogy to Sam in Google Calendar. I can't remember what it was, but the whole crowd was laughing.
Yeah, that was a fun night. But yeah, we did like kind of like a beatnik poetry night where everyone prepared a poem and snapped to it. Tell us your best themed parties. And with that, let's get into the next one.
Let's do it. I told my sister's boyfriend he's evicted from our home and not a member of our family. He's trash. Am I the a-hole?
Evicted from the home and evicted from the family in one day.
I just ejected you from all of our lives.
Ejected you from everything you hold dear.
I want to rip all the love and happiness from your life and kick you to the curb. That's how we do it, baby. My 21 male, sister 17 female, has this boyfriend who is always around. He acts like he lives here. They've been dating for 2 years, so he's gotten really comfortable with our family and our house. My little brother, 14, is sick right now, and it's been really stressful. When I'm not at school, I'm either at the hospital with my 14-year-old brother or at home watching my 8-year-old brother. It's been a lot. This morning, I was in the kitchen making food to bring my parents at the hospital when who should walk in? My sister's boyfriend. He asked me if I wanted help cooking, and I said, no, he doesn't even know how to cook. I mean, at least he's offering to help.
Guy goes in and is like, hey, do you need any help? It's like, how fucking dare you? Get the fuck out!
The way that OP was leading up to this, I thought he was gonna be like, give me all that food for me. I don't care if your parents are in the hospital with your brother. Like, I'm eating this right now.
And he's like, what? what?
He then proceeded to just stand there in the kitchen, getting in my way. I asked what he was doing, and he said he was waiting for me to be done. I asked why, and he said he was going to make something. I told him that maybe he should go to his house and use his kitchen then. He said he wasn't trying to bother me. I said that he is bothering me, and I'm sick of him always invading our space. I can't even relax in my own home on the rare moments that I get to myself because he's always here. He said that I wasn't being fair, and he's scared for my brother too, and that I shouldn't take it out on him. I told him to shut up, and that he has no idea what he's talking about, and to go home. Yeah. Oh, man.
Am I the
Good gravy, dude.
Stop trying to help me.
I work alone. Then he said, it's important to stick together when there's a tragedy. I said, yeah, families stick together, but he isn't a member of our family. So let us have a day or two a week to ourselves and leave us alone every once in a while. My sister was pissed when she came down 20 minutes later. She said that I'm a mean, bitter douchebag. She said that I had no right to say that to her boyfriend, and he's her guest, so he can come over whenever he wants. I didn't want to fight with her, so I just said, fine. Was I really being a douchebag though? Why is that guy always here? There is an update, but he probably just hates this guy. He's smashing his sister, whatever.
He's probably having to hear it too. They're living in the same house. It's like, damn, I hate it when the walls are continuously shaking whenever this guy's here. It's like, I always hear my sister crying and wailing and saying like, oh God, mourning the loss of her brother with him.
We're at the end of a recording session, ladies and gentlemen. All filters are off.
You know who else is salty? His sister, Ayo.
Here we go.
Glazed to the max.
We had one more for you.
Just so you guys know, Riley, our producer, hates the word glazed, so he uses as much as possible.
Yeah. Give a comment for Riley. Throw a comment for some support for Riley.
One comment is one F in the chat for Riley's sensitive ear holes.
Glaze him with your positivity, okay? We want him to feel supported on this podcast. All right. Shall we finish?
Oh, yeah. There's an update. Let's see.
Update. Thank you all for the advice. I did end up talking to my dad. He came home and he spoke to my sister's boyfriend. He told the boyfriend that he needs to not come over before 11 in the morning or be here after 7 at night. He also told the boyfriend he can't use our kitchen or let himself into the house. He needs to knock to be let in, and when he is hungry, he needs to go home to get food. My dad also put my brother's games in my brother's room and told the boyfriend not to go into anyone's bedroom that he hasn't been invited. My sister is pretty upset about all this, especially the rule saying that he has to leave by 7 p.m.
Oh, I wonder why she's unhappy about that. That's so weird.
Imagine what that possibly could be about.
Because they go to book balls.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just say those balls are tended to.
The thing is, like, if you want to throw a good book ball, by the end, is the book ball empty?
It is spent.
I think they're drained.
And everything around them are glazed.
One more, baby. My dad asked her if he's been sleeping over. She swore up and down that he wasn't. I don't think that's true, but it doesn't matter. My sister's boyfriend was pretty embarrassed and apologized to my dad. The boyfriend said that he didn't realize that he was being a nuisance. My dad said it was fine and gave him a hug. I told him I was sorry that I snapped at him, and we hugged it out too. That's sweet. So I think everyone is good, even though my sister is pissed at me and my dad. My dad said that she will be better off in the long run because if she wants to see her boyfriend outside of those hours, she'll have to leave her room.
You really want her going out on the town?
Oh yeah, what do you need to do inside the room at 7 p.m.?
Nothing.
Just break it down for me. Oh yeah, like what activity you guys?
She's just going to go to his room after 7 p.m. I could see that. One of my friends recently told me that in 8th grade, he got a girlfriend and had like blowjobs every day.
Oh man.
I was buying Bionicles in 8th grade.
I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In 8th grade. Guys, this is the end of a recording. You can see it's like the day is setting. Riley, we've been glazing Riley's ears with our disgusting profanities.
I think it's time that we rippity wrap this up. And there's no better way to wrap up a recording session than a quick dip.
That's right. See you next time.
Let's go.